When we talk about the great foundational civilizations, we usually think of Egypt, Greece, or Rome. But the very story of civilization itself, of writing, law, astronomy, and complex urban life, starts in one much older place. It begins in Mesopotamia. Literally meaning land between the rivers, Mesopotamia is the exceedingly fertile plain cradled by the Tigris and Euphrates Rivers, situated in what is modern-day Iraq, Kuwait, and Syria. For over 5,000 years, this small strip of land was the epicenter of world-changing innovation. Why here? The geography was a gift. Inhabited for nearly 12 millennia, Mesopotamia's stable climate, incredibly rich soil, and a steady, predictable supply of fresh water made it the perfect stage for the agricultural revolution to truly take off. And then, about 6,000 years ago, something profound happened. Seemingly overnight, simple farming settlements blossomed into the world's first cities. This shift marked the true dawn of complex, organized human society. In the critical period between 4000 and 3100 BC, Mesopotamia was a dynamic patchwork, a constellation of independent, often competing, city-states. Places like Uruk, and Lagash. While they warred almost constantly, they also built on a monumental scale. From immense palaces to the towering ziggurats, these mammoth temples served as ritual centers, connecting the people with their gods. The region saw periods of unification, such as under the powerful Akkadian Empire, the first true empire in history, only to fracture later, giving rise to mighty successor states like Assyria and Babylon. Despite this near-constant turmoil, innovation didn't just survive, it thrived. The ancient Mesopotamians pioneered advanced mathematics. They developed a sophisticated base 60 numerical system. Think about the legacy of this. It's the very reason we have a 60-second minute, a 60-minute hour, and a 360-degree circle. The Babylonians used this mathematical prowess to map the heavens. They divided the Earth year into 12 periods, naming each after the most prominent celestial groups. This tradition was later adopted by the Greeks to create the system we know as the zodiac. They also gave us the 7-day week, naming each day after their 7 visible gods, embodied by the 7 observable celestial bodies, the sun, moon, and 5 planets. But perhaps the single most impactful development to emerge from this region is literacy. It began as simple pictures scrawled onto wet clay, a rudimentary way to keep track of goods, crops, and wealth. By 3200 BC, this had developed into the sophisticated writing system we call cuneiform. Cuneiform proved so flexible that over 3 millennia, it was adapted to over a dozen major languages and countless uses. It was used for literature, accounting, history, and, crucially, recording standardized law. The most famous example is the law code of the Babylonian king Hammurabi, which formed the basis of a standardized system of justice and established the principle of a clear, published legal framework that applied to all citizens. This was a revolution in governance. Mesopotamia's success, however, also became its undoing. The wealth of states like Babylon made them irresistible targets. In 539 BC, the Persian King Cyrus conquered Babylon, establishing control over the entire region. For centuries afterward, Mesopotamia remained a territory of various foreign empires. Eventually, like its kings, its cities faded into the mists of history, many sinking beneath the sands of Iraq. But the ideas prevailed. The foundation of modern literacy and law, the sophisticated systems of mathematics and astronomy, all sprung from this remarkable land. Mesopotamia truly gave the world the gift of civilization itself. What ancient innovation do you find most fascinating? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed uncovering the foundations of civilization, Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Rookie Fact Finder for more deep dives into the history that shaped our world.